What is good, guys? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to a new episode of the Daily Struggle, where it's just two guys struggling daily. It is your boy Rizzo.
And I'm Jason. We're not in the basement today, but we're doing what we gotta do to make sure we put these videos out.
Big fact. Big fact. So yeah, we're he's at the comfort of his home, and I am currently out and about. The reason why it's different today is because I'm actually in Chicago. So I came for some training. So I'm out here. As you guys can see, I don't have all my chains on because the part of Chicago that I'm in, like I said, it ain't too nice. So, but we out here though. We making videos, and it was one week that we were like, we can't pass up on this week because it's just one of those things that if we stop the momentum, it's just it gets hard to get back on.
Right.
So
right.
we are back, and we're doing another video. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this one.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. Sometimes we gotta definitely go out of our way to make sure we have that perseverance and try our best to fight through those times when we don't want to do it, man. A lot of times, you hear it mainly in the beginning of the year when people have that New Year's resolution. They start hitting the gym, everything's good, but February comes around and that gym gets empty. Nobody after that. Valentine's comes and you just want to cuddle, you want to do nothing else, trying to find that love. So yeah, definitely when times get rough, that's the best time to make sure you stay on your horse, make sure you stay straddled in, and you continue fighting, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this week has been tough, man. Has been tough. A bunch of battles. I think it has to do mainly with the weather change. I'm not gonna lie, but my son's been sick. Now he got me a little sick. I'm over here drinking tea, in the middle of the podcast, just trying to do what we gotta do. Life is hitting too, cause Rizzo, he's out in Chicago right now, so we trying our best to make sure we still doing our job. Being able to put this out to you guys, reaching whoever it reaches. Even if today the video is a little shorter, even if it's not the same type of vibe, we're still trying to make sure that you guys see that even when we're going through things, we're still trying our best to continue being who we say we are. And I feel like it's not always easy. It's not always easy to do that, man.
That's a fact. And like I say, my boy's drinking his tea. I'm drinking my Monster right here. So it's even weird because he's over there and I'm over here, but at the same time, it's an hour difference.
Yeah.
So for him, it's a bit late. For me, it's getting late.
12:23 over here.
Yeah. So we here, and like I said, I know that we get very tired. I've been tired. A little story of my traveling. So the same day that I went to work on Monday was the same day that they told me you need to book a flight, book a hotel, and leave. So I was already like, what is going on? And one thing is I hate being rushed. I don't like feeling rushed, and ended up just rushing home, grabbing my stuff, and just ran straight to the airport. And then got here, fell asleep, woke up, and then I had to go already to training. So it's definitely been a rough week.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and not to interrupt you, but I remember also when we were talking about it, when you telling me, yo, I'm about to go to Chicago, I'm like, what? Like, out of nowhere, bro? Like, this is just gonna happen now? But I remember telling you too that it's crazy because whenever something starts like that, right, that you start feeling that rush, that somebody's rushing you, why is it so difficult to slow down after the fact, It's almost like if that person started rushing you, right, and everything feels rushed now. Now you gotta make it like you can't slow down. You can't slow down. You can't go back at your pace. Yeah. And it's sometimes very tough, but it's important to catch those moments, to know when you're getting in that moment, so that you are able to be aware. Sometimes having an accountable partner, like even a friend or something like that, like let's just say with what you're saying right now, right, in the sense that maybe if I didn't say something, right, maybe you really were thinking of it, and if you did, kudos, but at the same time, maybe something that I said helped you to think of it differently, like, yo, word, I gotta slow down, like, I'm gonna make it to the airport, I got 2-3 hours, I need to make sure I got everything right, because you would have rushed it, you would have put everything in your bag, and who knows if you would have, you would have forgot your kicks, or because it's work, you would have forgot your work boots. Now, what we gonna do then,
That's a fact. That's a
Yeah.
fact. I actually, I mean, with the rushing and all that, I still forgot certain things. But I brought the essentials. So yeah, it was definitely like I said, when you're in that mode that is just like you feel rushed,
Yeah.
like you said, everything feels like your whole day is just getting rushed,
Mhm.
and it's like it throws you off, man. And I feel like a lot of people can relate that it's like it starts in your morning. Like if you wake up in the morning, let's say you got kids, you got to take them to school, you got to do this, you got to go to work, you got to
Yeah.
get there on
Yeah.
time. You're already feeling so overwhelmed, and it's just the morning,
The day
you
hasn't
know?
started. The day hasn't started and everyth's already happening. My wife definitely feels that part. She drops off our son at daycare before going to work, and a lot of times, it's difficult for her. She sometimes, depending on the baby, like the baby depending on how he wakes up that day, it really depends on, like, okay, let's see how things start going. We usually, before we had a good time period, we were really striving to wake up at 5, really get things done in the morning and then start our day. But I mean, as life keeps lifing, sometimes it's very difficult to do that, and that's where we are right now. Trying to bounce back into that. And I'm being honest and open with you guys because it's the truth. I don't want to be transparent. I mean, I want to be transparent, and I don't want to come on here and talk as if, like, I don't struggle, bro. That's why it's called the daily struggle, because it's something that
Facts.
we all go through. We're just here sharing our experience with you guys and hoping that whatever we say just resonates with you guys. But yeah, definitely that morning sets the tone, and you have to constantly remind yourself to fill your buckets, man. You have to constantly wake up, remind yourself of who you are, look yourself in the mirror, and be happy of the reflection that looks back, because nobody else is gonna fill those buckets for you, man. You gotta be able to go through the day walking with a smile on your face because you happy, because you know who you are. So yeah, man, definitely. Especially, like, yo, sometimes, bro, it be Wednesday and I'm hoping it's Friday already. Only because my body, my mind, my thoughts are already like, yo, I am done, bro. I am done.
I feel like a lot of people could relate
Yeah,
to you
man.
on that because, especially Wednesday. Wednesday
Mhm.
is like the midweek. Excuse me, and everybody feels like, all right, like Monday. Nobody likes Monday.
No, nobody likes
Tuesday,
Monday, but.
Tuesday is like a whatever.
Mhm.
Wednesday, you're already thinking about, all right, when is Friday coming?
You're like, 2 more
Then
days, 2 more
yeah,
days.
and then Thursday gets here, and
Yeah.
Thursday is like, all right, it's almost Friday, so I got a little bit of hope. I got a little
Mhm.
bit of.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
Friday gets here, and then it's like, oh, it's finally Friday. But it's like each and every day, if you notice, like there's always like a but, or there's always
Mhm.
like a stop to each
Yeah.
day, and it's always like, all right, like today is Monday, but I don't like Mondays because it's the beginning of the week,
Right.
you know. So it's like I feel like a lot of people just need to take that time, and including us because we go through it all the time too.
Mhm.
That we have to just take that time where it's like no matter what day it is, we kind of have to like just step back and be like, yo, like let me just take it, like one step at a time. Know that it's just like this is part of the struggle, but I'm gonna get through it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna I'm gonna just go through the days, as positive as I can, and I guarantee you that the more positive you start your day, whether you're in a rush or not, and you take a second to step back and just be like, all right, let me just appreciate everything I have. I'm good. I'm on time. I'm going to
Mhm.
work.
Mhm.
Like it's gonna start to change your mind a lot because like I said, when you rush, you're just like on the move 24/7, and you feel like your whole day is going like that.
Everything,
And
bro.
it's like, yeah, and it's like
Everything.
one little thought, it's this one little step back that you could
Mhm.
take that'll just like, completely change that. You'll be like, all right, like, like I'm gonna just chill out and I'm gonna just handle the day with ease, with calm.
Yeah.
So,
And it's crazy. The other part, I think that's one of our favorite words, and it's crazy. But,
yeah, facts.
anyways, it's also crazy that until somebody tells you, or until you realize it yourself, you can't slow down until something happens that forces you to, right? Or
Yeah.
something causes you to stop and think, or just redirects you, right? So, but imagine that if you had control of that, if you were able to control that state, if you was able to put yourself where you would wanna be, right? Or be able to just boom, be that wall of like, oh wait, that's not me. Let me slow down. If you are able to catch yourself and do that, how much of more control can you be of your time to be able to stay on your frequency, because again, we constantly say this on here, it's a lot easier to keep momentum than to create it. So if it's only going to take until you think about it, like, oh, let me watch a daily struggle podcast video, and then that day you watched it and now you're like, oh wow, okay, let me get back on. If it takes that, I mean, we're happy, we definitely don't mind you guys coming and rewatching. And sometimes you have to, because I sometimes I do feel that repetition is key. That's one. But two, sometimes I feel that our conversations can get a little too deep. Sometimes it can get too deep, and some things could just go over your head. So sometimes just rewatching it could probably help you out a bit and just catching something. Maybe if it's just playing in the background, you just on a phone call. Because literally that's what this is right now, especially is this feels exactly how our week goes, where we just talk to each other. We're just here literally on a phone call, just you're somewhere else, I'm here in my house, and we're just conversating about our week, man. So if anything, you guys are seeing something that's as close to just our regular life, like literally our regular life, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if my wife came out and was like, "You're still on the phone." Sometimes Rizzo has to hear that side of her.
It's like the other day. The other day I called him because I got an idea,
Yeah.
and then he had just gotten. He just got home, and then I hear her in the background. She's like, "He just got home." I was like, "My bad."
We have to find the time slots right after work.
Right.
That ride home, Nah, yeah, man. But nah, yeah, we were talking about this a lot. Where we were like, okay, how do we make this work? How do we make this work? We're not in the same spot. We're not in the basement. We're not. We're. It's almost like life is just weird right now. It feels like, and it's ironic. Obviously, there is a new season, right? We're going into the fall, but still, it's almost like we're in a new season, right? As if sometimes we catch ourselves, just us, and what we're going through. We all go through personal seasons too. We all go through ups and downs. Things are good, things are bad, but
Facts.
we always have to stay positive, right? And constantly be willing to fight that battle, be on the offense and not stay on the defense side of things. Sometimes, life gets hard, of course, but, and I'm saying, I'm literally, if I anything, I'm gonna rewatch this for myself, because, this is like, I'm literally just speaking off of how my week has been in general, and I'm tired, man. Like, I know I said it before, but I'm gonna put emphasis on that. I'm tired, like, it just feels like life is pretty much has the upper hand right now. But at the same time, I know that through the hardest challenges is the greatest rewards. So I don't see this as anything to be down on, or to, like, really put myself in a place that I know I don't want to be in. I don't want to go back after fighting so much to be where I'm at now. So it really comes down to how bad you want it. It really comes down to, do you really want the dreams that you desire? And if you do, how far are you willing to go to get it? Especially, as keyword, especially when the challenges arise, right? Because it's all nice and dandy when life is nice, and the summertime, especially, that's another thing. We're gonna have to talk about this winter coming, but when it's the summertime and everybody's energies are high, it's easy to be on that wave. It's easy to feel happy, to go outside and the sun is gleaming new word. But at the same time, when the winter comes, when the fall comes, when the sun is going down later, when people are starting to hibernate, what are we doing then? What are we doing then? Are we just gonna give up and be like, all right, we'll wait till the spring comes back around to blossom with the flowers?
That's where everybody like to go and hibernate.
Yeah,
that's where
bro.
everybody like
but,
to.
And hibernation is not bad. But what are you doing in that hibernation? Are you just home watching movies? You know, are you just home scrolling through social media? You know, be wise with your time, man. Every day that we have on this planet, we don't have it again. It doesn't repeat. That one day that you had is lost. It's done. Yesterday is yesterday. Today is today, and tomorrow is tomorrow. So, what are you doing in your present time to be able to, you know, for it to reflect what you want in the future? Because if that's where we're walking towards, you know, make sure that you're doing what you got to do today for that, for what you want. You know, my favorite thing to tell myself is no 0 days.
But we're back, guys. Sorry, we had a couple of technical difficulties,
Yeah,
but
something
we
small.
figured it out.
I think I was saying too much, bro. I think I honestly was, you know, just saying too much. This camera said internal temperatures are high. Yeah, that's
His
crazy.
own camera was like, "Nah, you talking too much fire
Bro,
right now. You
and
talking
the
too much
crazy
fire."
part is that we were just telling each other we do 30, 40 minute videos all the
Yeah,
time. Like, how is it that right now we're literally 15 minutes in and it got hot? That's crazy.
yeah,
But,
man. But
but yeah, go
nah,
ahead.
going
Say
back
what
to
you was
what you
going to
were
say.
saying.
Yeah.
Going back to what you were saying. When like you said, it's what you do with your time. Like what
Hmm.
you do with that time that you have. And um like I recently went through that, the time when I had gotten laid off and I had no job, and I had so much time in my hands. And I remember for like the first week or like 2 weeks, I was, I'm not even gonna lie, I was lazy, bro. Like
Yeah,
I
bro.
was just like, all right, this is chill, I'm gonna just lay back, I'm
Hmm.
gonna,
It's
sleep late.
so
And then,
easy. It's so
yeah, man,
easy to just get complacent, bro. And
yeah,
and I
bro,
actually I'm glad I said that because that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Like right now, I feel like I'm just in a place that I've been doing good. Everything's been kind of keeping there, so I'm starting to get complacent. Like I'm just kind of like, well, okay.
yeah,
But at the same time, I'm telling myself like, nah, bro, like you got bigger visions than this. You got bigger dreams than this. How you just gonna come now and be like, yeah, I'm good? You're not good. Like you're
yeah, man.
not
It's just,
good.
bro, it's just like the last episode, right? The
Hmm.
last episode, you gotta learn how to be uncomfortable. You have to
Yeah.
learn how to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yes,
And
sir.
that was one of the things that, like, after like the week, 2 weeks, I was just like, yo, like I gotta do something with my time.
Hmm.
And then that's when I started to, like, my mind started to go. I started to like get creative. That's when I got more into like the photography, videography. So
Hmm.
I was
Hmm.
using my time to do something, you know, for it to be productive, for
Right.
it to be like better for my future. And it was hard. Yes,
Hmm.
it was hard
Hmm.
for sure. But I think one of the things that helped out the most was that it was something that I enjoyed to do. Like,
Right.
I love doing videography, I love doing photography. And to those that do have that time, like, like he said, use it wisely. What do you do
Hmm.
with your time? And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with you, like having a day to relax, none, because we all need that, like, obviously, like, this episode is mostly about, like, us just expressing how tired we really are.
Hmm.
um and when I say tired, it's not only like physically, like, it's so many
Mentally,
things that go,
emotionally,
yeah, there's so
spiritually.
many things that go
Yeah.
on a weekly, that, again, this is
On an
why we call it the
hourly,
daily struggle. you know
yeah, all
it's
day.
it's because it is a daily struggle.
Yeah.
And being tired could be mentally, emotionally, physically. It
Hmm.
could be so many things that you might be going in life right now, but it's one of those things that, you could take that time to just like rest,
Hmm.
relax, um, but you just got to remember to get back up
Right.
and continue.
Right.
Because a lot of people just stay there and stay complacent, like, all right, I got to relax, I want to keep relaxing, and that's where we start to fall off. And I feel like I'm glad that I didn't do that. And for whatever reason, I got pushed to do more and more. And here I am now, like, now we're
Hmm.
actually doing the podcast, and it's one of those things where we were starting to do it when I didn't have a job. And now
Hmm.
that I do, like, we could have easily been like, all right, like, you're working, I'm working. Let's just, like, whenever we get to it, we'll do it,
Hmm. Hmm.
And it took that time out of us to be like, all right, like, we have this much of time to like do something with it. Like,
Find it.
let's
Find
focus
it.
on the
Look
podcast.
for it,
Yeah.
and make sure that you give yourself that time to do it.
Yep.
Put yourself to that test.
But yeah, so we used that time to start the podcast, right? I think that with that time, that I had, it just, it was up to me to like unlock that creativity, to like push myself forward to be like, all right, like I need to make something out of my time. I need to do something with my time. So I feel like, for those that, think that, you do have all the time in the world, be thankful that you do, because you have so many opportunities to do so much with that time. And don't stay complacent, because that's where I feel like we just stay in a place, we stay stagnant, and we stay in a place where we can't, or we feel like we can't move forward from. So, for sure, to anybody that does feel that way, to anybody that's tired, to anybody that's mentally tired, emotionally, physically, like just know that, like we're all going through the same thing, and even though we are going through the same thing, we're here to talk to you guys because, we want to let you know that there is a way out, like there is a way for you to just like, through the tiredness, through the emotional battles, through the physical battles, like there's always, and I know people say this a lot, but there's always light at the end of the tunnel,
Mm-hmm.
so it's just a matter of your mindset, positivity. Um, don't beat yourself up, like don't bring yourself down.
Be up for the
Always just,
challenge too.
get,
Make sure that you're up
yeah,
for that challenge. Put switch your mind up and know that through challenges you'll get better. Make believe that life is a video game. And you gotta keep leveling up, man. If you're playing GTA, you don't want to you don't have no cool things without leveling up, man. So, not saying don't do GTA stuff. Yeah. Oh my
bad
god,
example.
bro. I just had a like a vision of just people just doing GTA things in real life. I mean, we kind of live in one already, I guess, to an extent.
Yeah, that's a
But
fact.
I'm not trying to, you know,
We don't
yeah, I don't
condone
want
it.
to give light to that. So I do want to say something about, you know, giving grace to yourself. You know, if you think about it, right, until you maybe started, watching these videos or thinking positively, you started kind of trying to shift your mind a bit. If you think about it, right, you've had a programming in your mind since, let's say school, right? Since school started, you've constantly have had the same thoughts, same things, complacent to the same things, and we've talked about it, how it's you versus you, but you gotta also give yourself grace, right? You're starting something, you're doing something, you're making big changes, you're rewiring your brain of so many things. You know how many connections are in your brain alone? How many? I don't want to go too scientifical and then get said that get told that I don't know what I'm talking about, because I don't. I'm just saying from what I know, but at the same time, you got to give yourself grace because you've been asleep longer than you've been awake, right? So you got to make sure that you keep reminding yourself that this is a battle that you just got to be willing to want to take on, man. Honestly, that's really what it comes down to. I feel like our podcast, there's main things that keep being thrown in each video, but it's for a reason, man. We're not even doing it intentionally, but it's just because it can be that simple, right? But we complicate everything. We're human. We just
Facts.
decide to complicate everything, and we try to make things easier, and we try to make things more comfortable, when in reality, as humans, as creators, you know, we're supposed to go through things. Like, that is what life is, man. Like, in the quicker we decide to accept that and move forward in a learning mindset, in a growth mindset, in a student mindset for life, bruh, your life is unstoppable, man. You literally, I'm pretty sure there's people watching this that if they do these things, I'm pretty sure we got millionaires in here. We got people with innovative thoughts that could change the world, bro. I mean, I don't want to say there's somebody in here that probably could cure cancer, because I'm sure it was already. You know what? I'm not gonna go there. So yeah, Rizzo, you could say something else now.
But nah, you're right. You know, there's a lot of people that I'm sure are watching, are going to watch, maybe like months down the
Mm-hmm.
line after this video is published.
Yeah.
But you know, this is something for everybody. This is something for anybody and everybody that watches this, whether it's now, whether it's once we release it, whether it's a year from now. It's something that you can always use and put into practice so you guys can continue to move
Mm-hmm.
forward. I just know that you guys are not alone because again, he's over here drinking tea, I'm over here drinking a monster. Like we're fully
Yeah.
transparent with you guys. Like yes, we're tired, and it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to be tired, but we're choosing to not be comfortable and complacent and just going along with that feeling
Yeah.
because that's not who we are,
Yeah.
and that's what we want you guys to know that that's not
That's
who
not
we
who
are,
you have to
you
be.
know.
It's not who you
Yeah,
have to
so
be.
yeah, so it's one of those where it's like you guys just have to set it in your mind, like listen, like I'm tired, I'm this, I'm that, but I'm gonna continue to move forward. It's just like anything else, and I've always said it, like things that come to you easy, they go easy. The things that you really gotta work hard for, those are the things that you cherish, that you stay with. So it's just like anything. You go to the gym. You need the consistency. You need that push, that drive, to like get into the physical shape that you want to get to,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's the same way with your emotions. The same way with your mind. It's a muscle. You gotta like exercise it. To like get stronger.
Right. Right.
So I feel like that's the path that we're taking right now, and we can both say that it's honestly has worked um, amazingly because again, it's like now, yes, we do have struggles. This is the daily struggle. So we have struggles, but we look forward to those struggles now
Mm-hmm.
because we know that we're gonna get through it. But yeah, guys, so just know that you know this isn't this isn't something that just one person goes through. It's something that we all go through. And, like we said in the beginning, it's like, it's part of life. It's part of life, but it's on you and how you move forward from it. How you take these obstacles and grow from it and become a better person. Because you can be,
Yeah.
it's just all in the
Oh yeah,
mind,
man.
you know?
Definitely, and for sure, let's not forget. Comment below. Put some words of encouragement. Somebody might need to hear it. We might need to hear it. So put some words of encouragement.
Facts.
If you feel down, DM us. You don't gotta put your business out there. I mean, you don't even gotta tell us, man. If you don't want to, don't worry about it. Just know that we here for you guys. And just know that we only want the best for everybody. So yeah, comment below if you're struggling. We're struggling too, man. Share, comment, post, like, subscribe. Do what you gotta do, man.
Yes, sir. But we hope you guys, we hope that this was encouraging for you guys, just like it was for us. It's something that we needed to talk about. So, like I said, it's your boy Rizzo, in a daily struggle, just struggling, every day is just two guys, me and Jason struggling every single day that
Yeah,
we're
man.
here
And I'm
to help you
Jason.
guys out.
We're not in the
For sure.
basement today, but we always trying to make sure we put these weekly videos out. Spreading some positive love, especially when
Facts.
outside ain't so nice. So, with that being said, I hope you guys have a great week. We out. Peace.
Peace.